Welcome back, everyone. Mr. Allen here. I'm going to just go through finishing up question 4C here because I think there's some important stuff that people might be missing. So the actual product rule work, once we've actually done the chain rule and the product rule in combination, we end up with this step. And generally speaking, once people get used to these questions, that's no problem. But sometimes the next step, the simplification, is where we get into difficulties. So I want to sort of look at this in terms of if we think about each of these individual bracketed expressions, each of the bracketed terms as being kind of a simpler A and B situation, we can rewrite this equation as for A cubed now times 2 times B to the fourth plus A to the fourth times 4 times B cubed times negative 3. So hopefully if you look at this, you can sort of see that I've got the same blue information here as here, the same purpley information here and here, the plus sign. I guess I could have made that plus sign black, but I didn't. So that the form of this expression right here is exactly the same as the form of the previous one, with the idea that I've essentially substituted this 2x minus 1 for A in each case, and this 2 minus 3x for B in each case. Now, if we're given the equation in this form, I think most of you would be able to sort of recognize we have some common factors here. There is a 4 in this half of the expression and a 4 over here. There's an A cubed here and an A to the fourth here. So there's an A cubed inside of that. And then there's a B to the fourth here and a B cubed here. So there's a B cubed in each of the two sections. And then as such, if we had to factor that, we factor out the 4, we factor out an A cubed and a B cubed, and what we're left with in each case, from here the 4 is gone, the A cubes have been factored out, there's a 2, and one of these B's is left over, and then over here, there's an A left over, and then there's the minus 3 over here. And so that is this expression in factored form. So similarly, if we slide this down and look at what happened next in the original question, what we've done is essentially the same thing. I've looked for, again, common factors. There's a common 4 with a common 4, and so the 4 has been factored up front. There are 3 of these terms and 4 of these terms over here, and so the common is 3 of them. And you can sort of see this was my A, and my A in the same way that I had AA and A here as well. And then continuing on, basically we have 4 of these and 3 of them over here. And so we end up with 3 of them factored out in the same way that I factored out the B cubed here. What's left then is the 2 and one of these terms, 2 times 2 minus 3x, plus, and then over here, one of these and the negative 3. And now last thing, unlike with the A's and B's where our final expression had 2b minus 3a and couldn't really be simplified at all, we now have an expression in our brackets that certainly can be simplified. And so we'll multiply through the 2 times the 2 and the 2 times the negative 3x, plus simplify this part, and we get down to a final answer of 7 minus 12x in the bracket. And the factored expression, the factored part of the expression just remains as it was throughout the question.